Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Steph from the Hot Movement Podcast. So, I have never seen a former coach and player go at it the way Jay Gruden and RG3, Robert Griffin III, has gone at it, right? You know, Jay Gruden was the coach during Robert Griffin's playing days for the now called Washington Commanders. They used to be the Skins back in the day. So, you know, all the political correctness, they got to change the name, all that stuff, right? But nah, man. I mean, this got really intense and kind of funny, man. I didn't know Jay Gruden was like this, but hey, chip off the old block like his brother John Gruden. So it seems like Jay Gruden is done coaching in the NFL, so he's having fun on social media, man. So let's go. Okay, so there's a big feud between them, and this started with the Eagles in Tampa Bay Buccaneers game, right? Basically, Jay Gruden said this. He said, if I've ever put a QB through what Philly's putting Jalen through, I apologize. Pick up a blitz." Robert Griffin says, "Say what?" And then, he has his tweet underneath it. Then Griffin says this: "You told me you don't know how to coach a QB who could throw and run like me, so it looks like you weren't prepared, Jay. You weren't prepared, Robert," Jay Gruden said. Oh, man, sends a meme. This escalated quickly. Oh, man, this is getting crazy. He says, "You're right. We didn't have a good enough staff. Sorry. Hope all is well with you." Okay, so this is January 16th, right? So then Griffin yesterday has his response, right? And he has his YouTube channel, so I didn't know he had a YouTube channel. So all these athletes got a podcast now. Cool. So great for me to cover whenever some drama like this gets going. So I recommend watching if you care to. It's the last segment of the video he has with Deion Sanders, but he explains the situation that Jay Gruden pretty much threw him under the bus. He didn't have his back in the media when Jay Gruden had asked him to, call his team out, and Robert Griffin decided to call his team out. And Robert Griffin's explanation was he did in a way to try to, galvanize, motivate. You know what I'm saying? He said something to the effects like the best player needs to be able to elevate everybody else's play, or something like that, right? Then John Gruden publicly dismantled him. And undressed him, and then also did it in front of the team, even when Robert Griffin addressed his comments and apologized to the team. So no love lost here. It says you really want to play this game, right? And then he sends Jay Gruden calls Robert Griffin a pitch. Let's go race pigeon, right? This is Robert Griffin running in his suit, so pretty foul. So he's gonna call him a pigeon. So I've never seen such a vile back and forth between the two. Who's right at this point? He said, she said. Could Robert Griffin get some more credibility? I don't know, man. Things got weird. Robert Griffin really didn't do himself any services when he got hurt playing in the playoffs, I believe, after his first season or during his first season, and then it was a lot of when is Robert Griffin coming back? Felt like he rushed to come back and play. His family got involved and stuff like that with his dad and stuff. So, I mean, Robert Griffin III, who was a number 2 overall pick, I believe in 2011, he came out, burst onto the scenes, really good, dynamic quarterback, couldn't stay healthy, right? And then, he also, there's a tweet as well that Jay Gruden deleted, and he says, you weren't good enough. Kirk was better. Cleveland didn't want you. Baltimore didn't either. Quit blaming me, right? No, he's not blaming you. He's just talking about the situation that happened in DC. But I mean, that's a big shot. And I mean, Jay Gruden, he could be right. I mean, listen, we're never going to know the full story. We're having a bunch of people, we're going to hear Robert Griffin's side. We're going to hear Jay Gruden's side. But like I said before, I've never seen nothing like this before go on, man. I mean, this is crazy. Now, for Jay Gruden, if he's trying to get back into the NFL, maybe he's not. If he is trying to get into the NFL, this is the type of stuff you just can't have, it's just not a good look, right? And then considering how your brother got dismissed from the team with those emails being leaked, just not a good look. But this is the Gruden. These are the Gruden brothers, right? They're going to say what they're going to say. They're going to clap back, especially Jay Gruden. I'm all for it. Definitely funny, man. Let me know what y'all think about this whole back and forth between Robert Griffin and Jay Gruden, man. You think Jay Gruden crossed the line? Or you think it was fair? You think, he was in bounds to come at Robert Griffin? I mean, he did. Robert Griffin did start this, right? All Jay Gruden did, when he made this tweet, I don't know if he had tagged him in this initially, so I don't know how Robert Griffin, this was his response. So now you've opened that can of worms. Now you are ready for the smoke, right? And then Robert Griffin now needs to bring up another story. So for Robert Griffin, you kind of started this. You know what I'm saying? Whether you like Jay Gruden or not, you know what I'm saying, that's on you. He was saying he can't wait to get started to talk about this off of the tweet. Okay. And Jay Gruden comes back pretty hard, trashes your career, saying that Cleveland, Baltimore won you, and calls you a pigeon to go race. Crazy. Anyways, guys, let me know what y'all think about all this, man. Thanks for listening. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.